I was robbed on Friday, 13th of December 2019, on my way to church. This is how everything went down. This is my confession. Hey guys, it's Chubby Girl in Transit, your favorite wet girl. I don't want to sweat in this. If you are new here, hello, my name is Ifoma and I own this channel.
Period.
Today, it's a story time on how I was robbed. You know, I shouldn't actually be recalling things like this because they don't bring back good memories. For starters, I've made a video like this before on my channel and I feel like replicating the video, and that's why we are here today. And I'm making this video to send a message out there to ASU. Like, they don't call up this trek. Money will start missing, not just anywhere, in their office, in their homes. Their members will start disappearing. This might sound as a threat, but we shall see. So I was robbed 1 year ago while in school. So in my video of my first time in Nigerian university, I couldn't give you guys this whole rundown because that would be too long. So this is just like a sequel to that video. I was robbed while in school, first time in the uni area. So I'm going to share my experiences with you on how I was robbed, so that when you too get robbed, it will not be like film to you. I watch it in Nollywood and it happened to me in real life. So when your own happens, wait, not like I'm praying for you to get robbed, you know, don't get it that way. I'm just like, just in case, you know, this is Nigeria, anything happens, you know that it has happened to your home girl. Let it not be that your home girl did not come and tell you how the thing went down. So I was robbed in school on the 13th of December 2019. Yeah, just a few months ago. The Catholic Church in the school was having a revival program for December. The revival started on Sunday and it was to end on Friday. I and my friend thought it wise to go, but we were not now actually able to go from the Sunday it started. The revival actually starts by 5 p.m. and ends by 8 p.m. If there's one thing that you should notice in this video, I'm giving you details, the exact time these things are happening. Sunday we didn't go, Monday we didn't go, Tuesday we didn't go, Friday we now had chance to go. Don't ask me why we were not able to go all these other days. Because we are students and we came to the school to run through our clearance processes. And that's why we're not able to go all these other times. Now when we were now finally able to go, that was on Friday. Because we were kind of less busy that day, my friend and I decided to go. My roommate as at then said, "Oh wow, you're going? What? Let me follow you. That's how 3 of us bundled ourselves to church that day for a revival. The revival was supposed to end on that Friday. We decided to go on that Friday. We went. It was magnificent. It was so lifting. It was the sweetest experience with God I can recount in a really long time. But one thing happened. Quick side story. Hostels in my school shut down by 9 p.m. I'm dripping in finesse, guys. I'm dripping in finesse. Actually, I'm dripping in sweat. But then we were not checking time. We were just very, very focused on our goal, which is Jesus. Jesus is our goal in this life. Don't get this story confused. Me and my friend planned to go for this revival, but then my roommate decided to tag along. So 3 of us went. My roommate was not like, it's getting late though. It's actually late though. Check the time. Aren't we supposed to be going now? I checked the time. And it was 9 o'clock. But then I didn't answer her. That's how much of a coconut head I am. I carried on with praising God. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? God will save us. Jesus will save our souls just like he has always been doing.
Fast forward to when the revival finally ended at 10 p.m.
And then I'm like, you see, just 1 hour later, all you needed was just a little more patience. And you see, we're done. We started going back to the hostel. By this time, it was already so dark. When we were going back, everywhere was dead silent. Everywhere was dark. No lights. Everywhere was scary. But thank God, I was not alone. You get? We were now 4. We came 3, but we're now 4 going back home. Because we met one 300 level student that was staying in the same hostel as us. Wow, cool. Let's go together. Let's kill it. Let's rock it back. We went. When we got to the hostel, they already locked the gates. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Let's just make a phone call and they'll come and open the gate for us. Well, there's no number to call. Started banging. Nobody was making any move from inside. We were outside knocking. I said to come one of my roommates upstairs to come and help us check from inside if they will see the hostel portal and tell whoever he or she might be to come and open the fucking door for us. She came down. Thank God. Yeah, help us do the Lord's work. Check for us and tell the person to come and open the door. She checked. She didn't see nobody. One thing else you should know about my school is that Harmattan during December time, it is usually crazy. We're standing outside longer and it was beginning to be frustrating. We stood there 30 minutes and we're like, Jesus, what's the worst that can happen? God will save us. I was like, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen was now beginning to creep into my head. Yo, shit is getting real though. This shit is real weird. At that point, he said, we cannot afford to sleep here. It is so dangerous to stay out here at the door till the next morning. Highly dangerous. What's the plan B? After much deliberations between the 4 of us, we decided that the best thing is to go back to the church and spend the night there. Then the next morning we'll come back and fight with the hostel portal. So we decided to go back. By the way, the church is not even far from the hostel, so it didn't take us long to leave the church and get to our hostel. As the journey is not even far, we say, let's come and go back and sleep in the church then. This is where it all went down. Remember I told you that the road was dead silent, everywhere was dark. And me, I'm not used to walking in the darkness. I had to bring my phone out and use the torch light to see road. The light was not flashing from somewhere. I was like, hey, so light can be in this darkness. The guy on Okada was not coming, was not approaching. The 300 level student was not like, can you off your phone torch light? She said she told me that, but apparently I did not hear. Before I could grab the signal, the guy on Okada has already alighted. And then my man was like, God, this could be you trying to help us. The guy was not like, where are you people coming from and where are you going to? Then I said, we are coming from the church and we are going back to the church. The guy came down from the Okada. When he first asked that question, I was like, see someone that is even trying to help us. See, good people are still in this world. My friend and my roommates, they were in the front, said they were walking fast. He now said, come back here. They came back. Drop your phones. Just like that. Say something else encouraging. The guy said, drop your phones. Jesus, bros, please, Oga, please. Drop your phone. If you try any nonsense, I'm going to break your legs. That place was dead silent, lonely. Just the 4 of us and that guy. My roommate was not with her phone. I came with my phone. And I was probably the one that alerted him. I was directly opposite the guy. His eyes were red. He was smelling like alcohol. And then I was directly opposite him. Inside my head, I'm not like, what if this guy is with a knife or something else? Before I knew it, my friend and my roommate were already running. Jesus. Before I could process anything, they just stabbed me. I'm still trying to understand how I was stabbed, yet I'm sitting down here giving you this story time. Because that didn't happen! The shit that happened was that he said, drop your phones, and I dropped it. Like the child of God that I am. I dropped that phone. Because what could I do? I dropped my phone. My friend dropped her phone. And that's how they took our phones. She was even using a tablet and an iPad. I don't really know the name of her phone. But that was the biggest deal. Me, I'm just using a small Android phone. Just sitting there. It's funny now, but it's actually not funny back then. Nah. We dropped the phone. That was it in a nutshell. Then he just entered his bike and zoomed off. Hey! Tears began to flow. Not me actually crying. It was my friend, the second person I took her phone. She was actually the one crying. Tears began to flow, wailing, agony, mourning. The 300 level student was not like,
See, I was trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you now. Off your phone, Tosha, off your phone. You are saying, come, I was trying to tell you.
Guy, at that point in time, trying to counter what she just said was so out of it. Because me, I'm just trying to process everything that just went down 3 minutes ago. Guy.
they took my phone at that moment. What was going through my head? It was still doing like film. It was not still clear. I thought, oh no. This is probably some twist. They are trying to rehearse us for the main project. She finally suggested that we should keep going to the church. By this time, my friend was already crying. I pity her. She was just crying. You're probably wondering, say you're pitying her. You won't call. Let me tell you something. Whenever something happens to me, especially something really, especially something really unbelievable, something big that hits me, at that moment I will not feel it. I may cry baby, but I will not cry at that moment. When everything's over, when everybody has forgotten about it, that is when my outburst will not happen. Everybody will not be thinking, is everything alright with you? At that moment, it just didn't dawn on me that it's actually true. So we went to the church secretariat. It's actually a Catholic church. So we explained how everything happened. They're like, if you see the person's face, we need to recognize him and everything. All form of unprofessional investigation was going on. So my friend was still crying. She now decided to collect someone's phone to call her dad to tell him. And then I'm like, they took your phone too. Wow, sorry. Yeah, take call home. I said, me call? I don't want to add salt into my issue. When I call, they're going to make me feel much more bad than it is. They're going to ask me, what made you go out by that time of the night? You just got into school and you're already blowing this kind of tantrums? I said, no, thank you, I'll pass. Because I cannot afford to jeopardize my happiness at this point. Even though there's no happiness at all. They decided to give us where to sleep. The next morning, we were on the go. We went back to the hostel. When I went back, me and my roommates, my friend already went to her own room. Me and my roommates now decided to go. My roommates were like, the ones that did not go, the ones that were helping us to like check. My roommates were like, we're so worried. What if something happened to you guys? If we're supposed to not have stayed that late and everything. And I was not like, please, can you reiterate that statement? What is something that happened to you guys? Something actually happened to us, fam. Something actually went down. You wanna know what went down? They stole our phones. My friend's roommates and my friend came. We were all in the same room. We're now like narrating how everything went down. You know, we went to church on Friday. They stole our phone on Friday night. Saturday morning, that's when we came back. And we're now narrating everything to them. And they're like, so. The picture was now beginning to become very, very HD-ish in my eyes. I'm like, okay, what you guys are trying to say now is that right now I don't have a phone. My life is just blank. Really, niggas? Okay, yeah, I think this is how it happened. And then they took my phone just like that. Some point I'm like, so you guys, you mean like 4 girls was robbed by one man? I'm so disappointed in you feminists. But that was the least of my problem. That's why I didn't pick up a fight with those kind of people that said those things. It was still so unbelievable. I just left the group of girls talking and discussing those things and saying shit that we would have done to avert the shit that happened. I just went to my bed, used my blanket to cover myself. The open lagoon. I started crying. That was when my own tears began to flow. I was like, whoa, this shit really happened. I started crying. All the cry I could not cry yesterday night. I started crying that very morning. That's how they robbed me in school. In less than 2 weeks that I resumed school, that's how they robbed me. Well, the week after, like on Tuesday of the next week, I called home and I told them. And exactly what I said, that's what they said too. Oh, you mean you that just left home few weeks ago to go to school? You mean that new phone we gave you? You mean they stole it from you? You must be joking. You are probably always almost joking. I'm very, very appreciative of life. The guy probably took all my problems away. Who knows? God sent him. I went to the most life-touching revival, and then when I'm coming back, a thief stole my phone. Put the picture together. God sends that thief. This a thing can't collect all my problem. Come out. Think about it. It actually makes sense now that I'm reminiscing everything. And it's not funny how this thing happened. That is the end of my problem. If you'd like to see another story time, then click on this video right here. It promises to be successful yet again. Thank you for always supporting me. More story times to come.